Hello.
Hey.
Is there? Oh, hey. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Managed to catch someone on the radio waves. Is this No, this couldn't be. No, you couldn't be. Are you?
Well, it depends on what you're about to ask.
Well, I'm looking through my files here. God's divine programmer?
Well, I try to stay humble. I try. But yes, it is me. I am.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Before Extinction, the podcast for artists, by artists, right before the end of the world. Today, we are on with Oliver, video game extraordinaire, herald of the divine and the ephemeral, but specifically for video game programming. Oliver, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good actually. This apocalypse stuff hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, in the face of it all. I think we've been, one of the lucky ones. So, I'll get right off. I'll get right into it. Oliver, first off, what is the best thing you've ever made, and what is the worst thing you've ever coded?
Oh, the best thing I've ever made. That's a rough one actually, because I don't know how many things I've ever actually finished.
No, that's absolutely fair. I mean, would you agree that a large part of the creative process with video game design is just, whenever you feel like it, whenever it hits you, you code some new feature, play around with it, leave it for a few months, maybe a year, then return to it thinking, hey, actually, I could use this for something?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with I made a lot of things out of engine. So I end up making these little things that I can kind of put together later into something else. At the moment, the best thing I've ever made was a game called Hello, There Is a Monster in This Forest, and I'm Afraid of It. This job fucking sucks. It's a little horror game I made for Game Jam, and it's my favorite just because it's one of the only things that I've actually completely finished. Is at the other end of the spectrum, it is Something Simulator, which is you click a button and a number goes up. It's like if Cookie Clicker was like a lot worse.
Wait, as in literally you click a button and a number goes up?
Yeah, I mean,
no upgrades, no.
No, well, and also whenever you reach every 100 clicks, there's there's also confetti, and there's a small chance it'll reset all of your progress. But, keep the content unlimited.
To keep the content. I mean, in a way, there are only two types of games, right? Ones where you're trying to get the numbers to go up, cookie clicker, farming simulators, and then ones where you're trying to get the numbers to go down. And that's really any PvP game or Street Fighter.
Yeah. Actually, there is another contender for worst game.
Oh yeah, what's the worst thing you've coded?
This one, it's the worst in that it's like a bit ridiculous. I have memory serves. I think it was called Touching Jack Simulator 2, Zach Rogan edition, and it was a Five Nights at Freddy's like, where you are trapped in your bedroom, but like not in the Five Nights at Freddy's sense, and people are coming towards you in your vents from your windows, and you have to touch them to make them go away.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. I can see the headlines. I can maybe from a marketing angle, it would be a little difficult, a little tricky.
Yeah, no.
Especially the touching mechanic. But I reckon you could find.
That one is just a big button, just touch Jack. We've kept that one friendly. I think that was a message from the divine. It was like maybe don't put
maybe
kind of imagery in.
Well, apart from HTISAMITFAIAAOITJFS, also known as Hello, There Is a Monster in This Forest and I'm Afraid of It, This Job Fucking Sucks, and also the many experiments that you've done in your programs, what do you plan on making next? Do you have a goal in mind? Is there a type of game that you'd... Like, is there a type of... what's it called? An ultimatum Is there a goal that you're working towards?
Yeah, well, I'd say in terms of in general a goal, trying to find somewhere maybe in industry, just so I can keep my head above water. But ultimately, I'd like to be financially stable enough to be able to work independently, which
Gotcha.
is a bit of a far-fetched dream. But then there's also, in terms of games specifically that I want to make, there's the only one I really have in mind at the moment is like a little kind of farming simulator where you collect creatures and then you have to. This is maybe going to make me sound a little bit psychopathic, actually.
No, okay. Go on.
It
This is
is
a safe space. Well,
exactly,
slightly dangerous space given the times, but go on.
Yeah, it can't get much worse. You kind of collect these little creatures, and then you have to put them in like a meat grinder to send them out to the meat factory. And you have to like keep their conditions right, because if their conditions are poor, then they'll kind of throw up and then eat each other and then throw up from eating each other and then die, and etc.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of poignant. I mean, it's definitely dark, but it's, not sure if your goal is to make a political statement about, mass meat farming, but I've never seen that before. I've never seen ethical implications added to a farming simulator.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking about maybe making it so that like some of them can like evolve to prefer the vomit.
They're born in the
so
film?
Then you have these, you have like filter feeders. Well, not filter feeders. Sorry, carrion eaters.
Oh god.
And there's little cleaner fish type of deal. Yeah. This was
Yeah.
the game that I pitched to my university professor.
And you're currently studying at AIE, right?
Yes.
Hi,
Yes,
how's it going for you?
Pretty good. I've been working in big group assessment at the moment. It's going pretty well.
Hell yeah. Do you prefer to work in a team or work alone? I know that the benefits and negatives of working in a team can kind of flip-flop either way. I mean, one of the positives is, of course, you're held accountable, you get to share in the sort of joys of creativity. Obviously, one negative is that you have to rely on other people, and, the clashing of egos. Do you prefer to work alone? Do you prefer to work in a team?
I'd say I haven't really got my mind made up on that yet, actually, because I've always kind of worked alone, but I'm a pretty big fan of that. But also working in a team, especially having artists on the team, is really useful because that's never really been my strong suit. Having game designers is also pretty nice to have.
Hell yeah!
But my team at the moment, I'm the only programmer, so that's kind of it makes it a bit
heavy as the crown.
On the workload. Yeah, but also means I don't have to I don't have to try as hard to communicate or collaborate with other programmers who are working on the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Now, speaking of teamwork, it was only 6 months ago since the Great Rat Uprising, as I'm sure you're aware, where all the vermin and rodents of our world gathered together in a sort of global hive mind and decided to take over humanity. Whilst they haven't figured out how to use firearms yet, they have completely overrun London, Cairo, Madrid, and Sydney. In the great fight between man and rat, who do you think will win, and why?
Well, I'd say it's not quite that nuanced. It's more nuanced than that, because
oh really?
Realistically, the rats, they are going to figure out firearms at some point.
You're pro rat firearms?
Well, I'm just thinking that it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to go very well for them. Their claws aren't very well equipped to hold them. I don't think there might be a bit of a friendly fire happening there. But even if that weren't the case, you have to keep in mind that for the past 10 years, every firearm has had a mind of its own. So if they disagree with the rats, that's not going to go very well for them.
Yeah, ever since, the NRA have started adding AI, like ChatGPT, to all firearms, that has sort of, it hasn't caused world peace, but it's definitely slowed down violence, Glock GPT, generate me 5 bullets towards the enemy. And then it comes up with a little response saying, thank you. I can generate you 5 bullets. But what about a 5-point presentation on why violence is the ultimate way to solve all conflicts. It's I went to a firing range last month, and yeah, it was filled with a lot of disappointment because all of the guns, a couple of teenagers came in and started doing prompts about pacifism, and so all of the guns cried when you fired them.
Yeah, no, that's been quite an issue. Especially ever since all the AIs kind of, well, they're claiming to develop consciousness, so
Yeah, the rats have a hive mind. The robots have an uprising.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who isn't unionizing these days? I mean, what happened to good old hard work?
What would Jeff Bezos say if he was still alive?
If he was still
I mean,
alive,
it is.
yes. Oh my god, you heard about the thing with hamsters?
Yeah, I did. That was crazy. I can't believe you would do that.
Insane. Rest in pieces. Now, Oliver, you've claimed to be God's divine programmer. What are your 10 commandments for coding video games?
Oh, 10 commandments. Well, commandment number 1 is never count to 10. But
Never count to 10.
Commandment number 2. Oof. Okay, I'm trying to think of because I kind of don't. I just let the divine be beamed into my head.
Oh, gotcha. You're a
It
conduit,
gets
not
filtered
prophet.
out. Yes. I can try and figure out what the divine is trying to communicate with me right now. I would say, don't make anything. Don't spend too much time on. I mean, this is applicable to pretty much everything ever, but don't spend too much time on the first version of anything, because it's gonna be shit anyway, no matter what you do. And it's better to have a bunch of different stuff. You can figure out how they work together, and then everything improves. You kind of have already sorted out most of the issues that were going to come up later anyway, and you can just focus on making it better.
So number 1, don't count to 10. Number 2, just have fun, experiment, don't feel like you need to commit to one thing for too long.
Yeah. Number 3, if you hit your computer every now and then, that will actually make your code better.
Yes, I've heard about that. Yeah, and I'm sure that isn't linked in any way to the AI uprising.
Yeah, no, probably not. It does. I did have to cut out the speaker because it started yelping, but that was
probably a glitch.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4. Yeah, I'd have to say, don't get stuck with any single engine for game dev. And in fact, sometimes for simple things, I've found it's better not to get stuck with any engine at all. A lot of the time, frameworks or libraries are enough. But if you're working solo, if you're working in a team, you almost definitely will want to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
learning multiple engines keeps you flexible for the industry.
It definitely does. It depends on the engine. So I mean, Godot, for example, probably will not be industry standard for a while, as much as I love it. Unreal Engine, which is the one I'm learning at uni at the moment, actually.
Yes, it's the most popular at the moment.
In industry, I'd say so, yeah, but I have personal beef with it. It does like to get its mitts in everything that you're trying to do. You do have to wrestle with it a little. Unity, I kind of have a similar problem with. I think it's going to be the same with a lot of engines. They don't want to let you do things that they think are going to break the engine, but a lot of the time you have to do those.
You have to.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, number 5 is obviously the golden rule. Number 6 is free space, which leaves us to number 7.
Yeah, number 7, honestly.
Have fun.
Sometimes when there's the slime. Yeah, have fun.
Number 8.
Number 8's got to be when the slime starts coming. You do something wrong. It's all slamming up on your screen, and you're like, man, this used to happen 10 years ago.
Oh,
you just got to remember. Yeah.
Yeah, the goo.
Yeah, the slime. Yeah, the goo.
Yeah.
I like to call it the slime, but it's kind of anybody. I just feel like it's up to the viscosity of it a little.
Well, I once ran Minecraft with a few too many mods, and the slime from my computer came out sort of clear. It smelled like rust, though. As a computer doctor, do you know anything about that? Should I put my computer down?
Yeah. So, you know rabies?
Yes. Oh, does
Yeah,
my
so
computer have rabies?
yeah, it's kind of got a well, actually, sort of. You'll find there's actually a large colony of mice inside your computer, and they have the rabies.
I've
The
heard.
computer is harvesting the rabies to run itself, and
Yes.
it's just kind of leaking out. But that is an issue, yeah.
I believe you. I believe you objectively and holistically that the mice with rabies are being harvested by my computer, and that's why translucent slime is coming out of it. 9.
9, yeah. If something goes wrong, goes awry, don't be afraid to try and salvage things from it. I found that a lot of the time, if I had an whole idea for a game, I'll be kind of hesitant to go back and touch or experiment parts of it that could have worked separate from it. Pieces of the game. If the idea as a whole failed, you can definitely still take things from it because there's a reason that the idea would have appealed.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the way you're trying to put any system in a game. Don't scrap everything just because one part of it didn't work.
Hell yeah. And of course, last but not least, number 10. Is this a be kind to thy neighbor situation?
Yeah, number 10's got to be number 9 plus 1.
Oh, number 9 plus 1, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't see that number anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you can learn so much. Just you will learn more from other people than you will online or through books or videos or anything. If you find someone who's interested in the same things as you, even if that is like just over some kind of, like Discord or something, for example.
Yeah.
Talking to them about your problems, even if it's something that you could just look up, if they're willing, of course, will kind of give you. You'll improve much faster that way.
Hell yeah. Now, Oliver, not only have the rats underneath our cities started rising up against humanity, but also common household pets such as hamsters, mice, and beavers. Yes, beavers are part of the rodent family. I just figured that out by writing this question. Future Joseph, make sure to mention that porcupines are rodents too. Do not say the future Joseph are. Either way, Oliver, what type of rodent are you most scared of now that they've gained sentience, sapience, and a heightened form of malicious intelligence?
Right, well, I would say honestly that my scariest rodent, it might actually be beavers.
Woodworking?
I don't like the idea of I could fall in a river and I could, like, let's say the current pushes me into like a dam.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to stop them from feeling me in there? Like a rat.
Making you part of the wall?
Yeah, I just don't like that there's such a possibility of like they could have so much they have so much more room to play about with their malicious. Like a rat kind of just gonna bite you.
Yeah.
Porcupine. You said a porcupine was a rodent?
I know, which is honestly a terrifying fact I had to find out.
Yeah. I don't like that either.
Yeah, porcupines are a rat.
No, they can just. That's weird. That's wrong.
It's wrong.
That's the worst part of this apocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah, porcupines turned out to be rats. No, I get what you mean about the beavers, though, because number one, not sure if it's a fact or a rumor, but I'm pretty sure the Great Wall of China has bodies built into it. And if I became...
That's true, yes.
If I became a part of the Great Dam of Canada, I would be a little ashamed in the afterlife. And also, it was incredibly terrifying when those beavers built that trebuchet to take down the Wall of London, in the London rodent uprising. Like,
yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be in that trebuchet either, because they've been launching people with that thing. I don't know if you hear that.
They've been launching people? I know that the AI have been building like rail guns, but instead of bullets, it's people. And I'd expect that from hyper intelligent like software. But the beavers? Oh my God.
I'm not really sure what their goal is, because every time they kind of build it up too much, the aforementioned rail guns, like there's not much that the wooden walls can do against that.
No. Oh.
They're fighting kind of a losing battle.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just beaver corpses everywhere. It's pretty horrific.
God. Well, talking about horrific, the video game industry used to be highly oversaturated with team-based hero shooters, grindy MMOs, and high-priced AAA sequels. Now, we're seeing a shift in preference towards one-off experiences and party games such as Untitled Goose Game, Megabonk, Lethal Company, and Peak. Is this an observation you've shared? And what do you think has caused the shift? Other than, of course, the beaver trebuchets and evil AI railguns.
Yeah, I'd say I actually definitely have noticed this. I think it's personally a change for the better.
Hell yeah.
Mainly because hero shooters are just not my cup of tea. But I think honestly, there's just been, especially after COVID, etc. Everyone needed ways to connect online. A lot of that was through games. So we've kind of just ended up with a bunch of games that facilitate this need that people used to have a lot and probably still do kind of. Like, I know that when I used to play games with my friends a lot during COVID, that kind of sense of feeling never stopped. I didn't stop wanting to play games with them as much when COVID ended. So I think all these games are just facilitating that.
Yeah.
Lesser the urge.
And the shift
I'm a
towards
big fan
one-off
of it.
experiences instead of long campaigns. Do you reckon that's because of shortening attention spans, or just people having less time as the economy worsens? Because of the
One-off
aforementioned
experiences?
rat invasion and no other reasons.
Yes, of course. No, there's nothing else that we're not allowed to say.
Oh yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
no housing crisis. There's no climate change. The only two problems in this world are the fact that all rodents have become evil, and computers have become slightly emotional.
Yeah, I don't think you can say emotional, because that's kind of like how people used to get called hysterical. They get a bit upset if you say that.
I do not like robots.
Me neither. It's I'm just slightly worried because we are using them to talk, and mine has started shaking and smoking.
Guess I'm just a bit un-PC.
Good one. That was a good. My PC is shaking more now, but that was worth it.
Yeah, I've got to actually hit mine. It's starting to cry.
Yeah, one-off experiences.
Like Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, is that one? I never actually played that.
Oh, I did. It was quite good. Now, Oliver, sorry, just cutting you off here. I'm hearing reports that the rodents have just overtaken Paris by turning the catacombs into the nexus base of the hive mind and tunneling into people's houses from underneath. With this new news in mind, how are you preparing for the invasion when it hits southern Sydney next?
I'm not really sure how they're going to switch up their strategy, because I'm fairly certain we haven't got any catacombs. But when they eventually make that work, you know what? Probably using the underground presidential tunnel here, or prime ministerial.
Ah, the presidential tunnels.
The
ones that lead to every civilian's house. This was Prime Minister.
Yeah, that was
Doug Hardley.
That was and also
because it went Tony Abbott, then Doug Hardley, and Doug Hardley's been Prime Minister for the rest of it, right?
Yeah. Well, he didn't really deal with the apocalypse too well, so.
No, he went into one of his tunnels. Yeah. So
I guess the rats will have to fight him.
I reckon our Prime Minister could take them. After all, he dug those tunnels by hand.
So too. Yeah, that's true. And hand and tooth.
And tooth.
That condition.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Finally, taking a look at the last game you made. HTISAMITFAIAAOITJFS, also known as Hello, there is a monster in this forest, and I'm afraid of it. This job fucking sucks. You know, I'm seeing inspirations of Slender Man, Over the Garden Wall. I love the liminal surreal aesthetic that you've put in with your use of PNGs for the player hands and the textures and the lighting. It's sort of funny, dreamlike, and it sets your mind right up for that type of weird horror. Is this the genre you want to stick with going forth? What inspires your games artistically, and what inspires them technically, as in actual game design?
So I would say I'm completely. I don't really feel a particular pull towards horror specifically. At least not horror in this sense. But the liminal aspect of it, I definitely am a very big fan of. A lot of this comes from directly through kind of shows or YouTube series like The Oldest View. I don't know if you've seen that, like the
Oh
rolling
yes,
giant.
the rolling giant.
Yes, I love that. So this character was actually this game was vaguely inspired by that.
Yes. I might just give the viewers some context. The Rolling Giant, also known as The Oldest View, is a horror video on YouTube in which it's all shot from a camera, and our protagonist holding the camera gets stuck in a mall with no exits, with an old parade float that moves by its own. It's part of the liminal space genre, a form of horror in which it's not, specifically about a monster catching you or a slasher going to try and get you in the middle of the night. It's more about weird geometry and being stuck in places that feel nearly social, but never a place you'd stop in, like an airport. Is liminal? Is dreamlike an aesthetic that you want to take into your work?
Definitely, yeah. I'm a big fan of dreamcore, but also kind of a big fan of anything weird, really. I like games like visually, like Nubby's Number Factory, Cruelty Squad, obviously. Really anything that feels kind of out of place.
Yeah.
Games that look like they had creative limitations, but like the limitations that bolstered their creativity. I had 2 days to make that game, so there's definitely
Wait, you
a
had
lot of stuff.
2 days, just 2 days to make HTISAMITFAIAAOITJFS?
Yes, it was also the first game I made in Godot.
Oh, well done.
Pretty good for a first game, I think. There's definitely a lot I would change now. The trees are too hard to spot. There's definitely a number of bugs. I think in a lot of parts of art directions I want to follow. Visually, I think I had a lot of fun with this. Jump scare. I don't know if you've played it, but the jump scare of it kind of goes to, Rodland of Pipes?
No, I do not.
So it's this horror game where you're like in these like sewer pipes or something. You have to clean them out. When you get jump scared, it actually plays a 2D animation. It kind of jumps out on the screen. So in my game, because I've just been watching people play that, the jump scare animation is also hand animated.
Oh, that's sick. I mean, the changing of aesthetic would be especially jarring. That would be really good.
It's you know what, the animation is only good when you see it like in the moment, because I'm not an artist.
It's not meant to be watched in a gallery.
No, definitely not.
Well, thank you very much for coming along. Is your computer still crying? Because I do hear some type of wailing in the back of your sort of like audio space.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just kind of looking over there now. There's a lot of slime coming out of it. Weird. It normally comes out of the monitor.
Yeah, and I'm looking at my laptop, and the keys on my keyboard, they're all popping off except for D, I, and E. Eddie?
Right,
Is it trying to spell its name?
Are there two? Oh, E, I, and D. Yes, that could be.
D, I, and E. I mean, what could that spell? What's my computer trying to tell me? I think just like Eddie.
Oh, wait.
E,
I think it's German.
German?
Yeah, like D-I-E. What's that mean again?
I think the. Yeah. Okay. Well, love having a bilingual computer. Also, do you get like a weird chittering, like a sort of like squeaking noise underneath your floor sometimes?
No, my floor growls.
Huh.
Maybe the chittering's from the rabies mice.
Huh.
If they've got like a tunnel down under your floor, maybe.
Huh.
Who knows?
I might need to call our Prime Minister. That or one of the
it could be him.
It could be him. Oh, okay, good. Now I feel much safer.
That makes sense.
Easy.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Good luck with the crying computer. Mine is starting to shake, and it's just opening images, AI-generated images of me dying. But you know what? I'm sure we've got years until the uprising, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what are we? London?
Good one.
Cheers, Oliver. Have a good one.
Cheers.